Hello, friends. Welcome back to Aaron's Anxiety. I am your host, Aaron, your personal guide through anxiety. Getting started today. Please, if you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, do all those fun things that every other YouTuber asks you to do. And let's get into today's video. So I just kind of want to do an update about what's going on with me and my Lexapro, because I've kind of adjusted it yet again. And people that know me, I'm sorry, I'm trying my camera just right. I want to adjust right. There we go. People that know me know I kind of adjust a little bit too much, and I think I may have adjusted too far. And what I mean by that is that I'm usually going up and down and all around trying to get my dosage right, and I feel like I've messed with my dosage so much that maybe Lexapro is no longer for me. That's a thing. It happens. Sometimes, like, I used to be on, the very first thing I've ever took was like right after high school. I took Zoloft, and it worked really well for me, and then I got off it after a little while, and then months or a year later I needed to get back on something, and I tried Zoloft and it didn't work. Your body chemistry changes, how your brain reacts to the chemicals changes, things like that. And so I may have done this with Lexapro by my constant up, down, stop, go, hold on, wait 2 minutes, like just trying to figure out the dosage and playing with it too much. And some of it is me trying to figure out how my anxiety feels, and it's a lot of me going, oh, I feel a little worse, I should probably up it, you know what I mean? Or I'm feeling really great, maybe I can do a little bit less. And then the other side of it is I'm having the YouTube channel that I have, and this platform is I also want to kind of push the boundaries of these chemicals, these medications, so that if there's anything that we need to know, and like, hey, if you mess with it too much, you might have to get off of it and try something else. I'm not saying that's the case now, but I will tell you that I am on, I usually hover between 7 and 2.5, and you're like, oh, that's a lot, and it is a lot, but it's never like one day I'm taking 7, one day I'm taking 2.5. So consistently I've been taking, usually 5, but 5, coming back, I waited and I waited and I waited, because that's the thing, when you start taking medications, you want to wait and give it a good amount of time to get into your system, because you can cut that way too early before you have the opportunity to feel the effects of that. And typically that can be anywhere from 3 weeks to 3 months. Okay, so keep that in mind if you're just getting going into the system. If you're 3 months in and you're still having like really bad anxiety, I would talk to the doctor, or talk to your doctor or your physician and say, hey, this is what's going on, so they can either adjust the dosage, and that's a time thing, it takes a while, but once you get it right, it's good, or maybe a whole new medication. There's lots of them out there. Your chemical makeup is different from person to person, and what works for some may work for others, may not work for others, so keep that in mind. But I have been taking my Lexapro, and it's been increasing my anxiety, and like I haven't had that in a long time. And I'm like kind of past the point of, well, hey, it's been several months, you know what I mean? It should be kind of doing its thing. But it's usually I'll take the Lexapro, 20 minutes later, my anxiety will raise, and then after 15, 20 minutes of that, it'll kind of go back down, and then I can go back to my day, and that's no good, Kimosabi. So that's where I'm at with that. Other than that, I haven't been posting much because I've been kind of trying to feel everything out, and so I'm still on as far as Facebook and things like that. I kind of been hanging back and letting people do their own thing, because it's kind of a tough balance having, like I said, this platform, because you want to help as many people as possible. Wow, there's a basement apparently on the road. But sorry, there's a big hole. So you want to help as many people as possible, and I'm constantly trying to reach out. That's why I'm constantly pitching the whole like the video thing, because the more people that like it, the more I can get in front of people's faces that need help, that need guidance. So if you hit the like button, please. So, but the other side of the coin, sometimes what people need is for me to step back and not give in to their anxiety with them. Okay, so what can happen sometimes, and you have to know the line, and you have to kind of feel people out, is you have to know when enough is enough and when you need to let them take this journey on their own. Okay, I can be a great support system, and I try to be for everybody that I come in contact with. I try to be supportive and helpful and knowledgeable about what I'm saying. I won't tell you anything that I wouldn't do myself or I haven't done myself. Okay, so keep that in mind. But on the other side of the coin, some people are still in the wallowing phase. Some people never get out of the wallowing phase. Okay, and I tell everybody that has gone through this anxiety into a safe place in their brain. I mean, I'm not saying constantly, but I'm saying like 95-ish% of your life is good. You know what I mean? We should always have anxiety somewhere. And it's a good motivator. But some people want to just wallow. You know what I mean? And they get something from it. You know, everybody has these behaviors because they're getting some kind of reward system from that. And then you need to, be able to identify that. And this isn't just me. This is you too. Whether you're on the Aaron's Anxiety Family page, on another anxiety page, or if it's somebody that you know. Okay, it's hard to read because you want to be helpful. But then once you start clicking off, you start cutting off all the roads that they could go down of what's going to bring them anxiety. They always have a new road for you to come up with constantly. And it's like, at some point you have to go, okay, you know what? You need to hit your F it moment, is what I call it. Where it doesn't, you get to the point where I don't care if it kills me, I'm going to get this anxiety gone. And I'm going to get to a happy place in my brain and I'm going to get my life back again. Okay? Some people need that moment. Most people need that. I needed it. I needed it for sure. And so it can be tough sometimes. So keep that in mind if you're helping somebody out. That sometimes letting them take their own steps down the path is going to be the most beneficial for them. Not always. Sometimes it's always good to have, let's hold hands and we'll skip together down this path. But keep that in mind. So the other side of the coin is I have for like the millionth time, I have cut caffeine out of my diet. And this is kind of what was leading me into, I'm only taking 2.5 milligrams, is because I cut the caffeine down to 0, and then I've cut sugar way, way down. And for those of you who know me, you'll know that I eat horribly, okay? With my job, I'm constantly in this truck and going from job to job. So I eat a lot of gas station food, fast food, things like that. And I'm getting away from that because that's not good practices. And all those deep fried foods are really inflammatory and they bring my anxiety up and all this other stuff. So since doing that, it's been a couple weeks now that I've cleaned my diet up. Things are looking really good and they're feeling really good. Life is good. I've been very, very busy with work and helping my brother-in-law kick off his work and then helping my dad, everybody's pulling Aaron 100 different directions. So. But I love it. I love being helpful and I love being an asset to people. It feels really good. It feels good in the chestal region. So, all right. But I just want to check in and see how everybody's doing. Let me know how you're going. Let me know how you're doing. If you are struggling, I will try to be of a benefit to you if I can, because you guys have been more than a benefit to me. So, also check us out on the Aaron's Anxiety Family page if you haven't already. We'd love to have you there just to get your story out, get some friends, get some backing. The boat always goes faster when there's more people oaring. Okay, so the more people we get in the boat, the faster we're going to go to get to the other side. Okay? All right, friends, until next time, I love you. I miss you. I'm Aaron. You're awesome. I'll see you in the next video.